All right, guys, let's learn how to, basically just do a fluffing and couch pillow, tidying the living room, sort of training, right? I know that's the official term for it, but anyways, you get the idea. Most of the time, you're just going to go in there, you're going to fluff pillows, maybe vacuum off the couch, tidy up the living room, and you're done, right? This isn't a place that needs a lot of deep cleaning. Anyway, so the objective here is to make the living room look polished and welcoming and thoughtfully arranged, right? Everything you do, you want to try and do it with thoughtfulness of, when you walk into the room, how's that going to look, okay? Straighten the cushions, fold up throw blankets, ensure that all the visual elements are clean, balanced, and inviting, okay? That's really important. Okay, so what you're doing is trying to make it ready for a party or some big event, right? So you're gonna want to make sure and wear gloves, some sort of a lint roller. The arrow brooms that I got, the little attachment, it pulls up pet hair like you wouldn't believe. You got to try it. Some sort of disinfectant or, upholstery spray. Usually I'll just do something like this, really, really, really fine misting, okay? I don't want to have to come back and do an upholstery cleaning job for free because we overdid it, okay? But it is important to disinfect those surfaces where you might rest your head and fall asleep watching a movie, right? You might want to, if you see a basket or a storage bin for the pet toys, just go ahead and toss them in there, okay? We got a whole section on fluffing pillows and straightening pillows on a couch, right? Sometimes on some couches, the back cushions where you lean up against kind of get squished down. It's really important to fluff those back up and try and make it look like it was original, when they bought it, okay? There's only so much we could do, but at least, we could try. So let's see. So try and remove any pet hair or lint or debris off of any couches or any chairs or anything like that. Okay. So that's where you're gonna want to either use a lint roller, but like I said, that arrow broom, the small one, it is incredible to remove fuzz and lint and hair and all that sort of stuff. If you see a really hairy blanket there and it's convenient, just, try and pull some of the hair off there for them, okay? So try and straighten up the coffee table items, magazines, remotes, place them in their designated spots if they have them. If not, just kind of straighten them and put them onto the coffee table. Push in chairs or ottoman or whatever it may be, into its original position. Maybe somebody sat there and left it bumped out. Well, put it back, okay? That's just general tidying around the couch area. Here's a pro tip to elevate the experience, right? Use symmetry when styling the pillows. And I already talked about that, right? But, odd numbers for casual, even numbers for formal, right? There's weird little things like that just kind of kick into your brain. So I'm going to say that again on pillows, right? If it's a casual thing, use an odd number of pillows. If it's a formal thing, use an even number of pillows. I know it sounds weird, but people notice. And you kind of just got to judge, what sort of, decor they have, right? And so, I would say if you're in a minimalist house, they don't have a lot of knickknacks and stuff around, I would go with, even number, okay? If you are in a home that has a lot of knickknacks and, things like that, let's do odd numbers, right? Keep it casual, keep it real, okay? Always step back and view it from the entrance and see how it looks, okay? That's really important. Just some things to kind of go back over in your mind, to take care of everything that you did. And we got the checklist, so be mindful of that, all right? That's just a basic, fluffing and tidying the living room area tutorial. All right, thank you.